Taco rice has to be one of my favourite foods of all time, and I'm not talking just Okinawan foods, but all foods. So I'm going to show you how to make my version. We start with the taco seasoning. This is just some paprika going in there, some chili powder, a touch of cumin, even a bit of oregano, dried. Flavour of dried herbs and fresh herbs are usually quite different, and they're not really a case of one being better than the other. They just each got their individual cases where they shine, and this is definitely a place for dried oregano. Bit of black pepper and some garlic powder. Touch of salt as well. Just mix those together. And that's our taco seasoning. Of course, that has to go with some beef, and I've got here some really good quality Ishigaki beef. I remember coming to Okinawa years ago and getting on a ferry and travelling for about an hour and a half just to go to Ishigaki Island to try some of this beef. Bit of oil going in to a saucepan. I'll just start to brown the beef off. As the beef's starting to brown, we can add in our taco seasoning, or our spice mix if you don't want to call it taco seasoning. That's what it is really. Getting great smells coming off that. Beef nice and browned and lovely and fragrant. But I think when you're using dry spices to get the full flavour out of them, you can't just pan fry something like this. You've really got to stew it for a little while to draw out all those flavours. So I've got some dashi stock. Just add that in. A touch of soy sauce as well for an extra hit of umami. A bit of salt too. And then just some sugar. All important in Japanese cuisine. Give that a bit of a stir. I just want to simmer this with a drop lid on it, holding it down for about 15 or 20 minutes. While the beef's cooking, I can start preparing some of the other ingredients that go into our taco rice. I'm going to make a really simple salsa to go on top of our taco rice. And I'll start with some lovely sweet tomatoes from the area here. I'll just take the stalks off them, and I could leave them whole because they're so small and sweet, but because I'm making a salsa, I want them to give up a bit of their juice that's inside there, so I'll split them in half and sprinkle them with a bit of salt. Into the cherry tomatoes, just some red onion, really finely sliced. Just break those in over the top. Just a sprinkle of salt on those as well. Secret ingredient's the local awamori, the rice alcohol with some chili infused in it. It's got a wonderful aroma. It really is one of my favourite ingredients. It's similar, I guess, to a chili vodka, but so much more flavour than that very neutral vodka. You could substitute chili vodka or even a chili vinegar for this, but really this flavour is what we're looking for. Mix that all together and put it aside for 10 minutes. In the meantime, some lettuce. Just push down the stalk, just take that out, peel off a couple of leaves and finally shred them. That looks about enough for a portion of taco rice, so I'll put that aside. It looks like our beef's cooked, so I think we're almost ready to put together the taco rice. Bring in my new favourite plate, kind of reminiscent of the coral reefs off here in Okinawa. And some rice that I've just cooked. And start to put this together. Then some of our beef going on, the rice. Here's a bit more American influence. Bright yellow American cheese. Top with that with some finely shredded lettuce and our salsa over the whole thing. And just to go with this taco rice, another island favorite, this is shimarakyo. It's a type of island onion really, and this has just been lightly pickled in salt. A great crunchy texture and real zest to them. Just a few pieces of that on the side as a garnish to our taco rice. And there it is, the Okinawan favorite, taco rice and shimarakyo.